Happy Friday. Let's get into a daily discussion. Hey, Brian Haugli here with Side Channel and CISO Life. So what are we seeing in the markets? Actually, some really interesting stuff. I'm going to start at the bottom and we'll work our way to the top. Ransomware looms large over the cyber insurance industry. This is actually citing the same survey that I talked about earlier this week. And it's a good survey if you can get your hands on it. A little bit of a paywall, but make it happen. Take a look if you want, or just follow me for what we're covering. But the interesting piece out of this right here, right? 82% are expecting the rise in premiums to continue. Okay, so insurers are expecting the rise to continue, which means that the threats aren't going away, and claims are going to continue to be paid, and just all the fun that goes along with that aspect of insurance. What is interesting here is that almost three quarters of insurers agree that their inability to accurately understand a customer security posture is impacting and making the prices increase. What does that mean? That basically means that the inability to fully understand what is going on inside of a client because of the wrong set of, metrics, the wrong ways to look at risk, really the whole gambit of understanding actually what your client is. I keep going back to this. Buyers are treating cyber insurance like they're trying to get auto, right? Let me just submit it and hopefully I get the best quote and I'll move on with my day. Okay, that's wrong. I'll link where I discussed that, and I've previously discussed that. Insurers can't even treat this like auto because they don't have, close to 100 years of data to accurately have the actuarial tables filled out to then create the better understanding and then do the underwriting, the eventual underwriting for cyber insurance. So insurers really need a better way to look at a customer security posture. And I don't believe solely relying on open source intelligence, right? The security scorecards, the risk recons, the bit sites of the world have a very, hey, here's an outside view of your organization. We can tell you what your risk posture is without having to talk to anybody or peek inside and what I call understand the inside baseball of an organization and truly understand that risk. That outside view is not effective. It doesn't paint the whole story, right? And insurers really need to know the whole story. Think about this. When an insurer needs to provide commercial building, right, or even homeowners insurance, right? I'll go back to the homeowners insurance example. They can't just go and know, okay, this is what it looks like from the outside. They want to know on the inside. Do you have locks on the doors? Do you have an alarm system? Do you have fire protection? These are all things that you can't see from the outside. If it's in documents and data that is publicly accessible, they can pull that. But if it's not, you have to ask the homeowner or the business owner what's going on inside of that organization, what's going inside of that building to then better understand and make an accurate risk determination. Why we're not doing that and why insurers and carriers and brokers aren't pushing the boundaries to go do that work, I don't know. But we need to better understand the inside baseball inside of orgs. And I think it's pretty telling what what reports like this are coming back and letting us know. Let's dip over to this one. So we've got a great little study here by Hyper about where breaches are happening, where it's always interesting to see kind of like the tie back, right? The root cause analysis. I love studies like this. There's a lot of data here But what was very interesting was really directly out of the article that most legacy authentication methods are what's at fault. So nearly 2/3 did not upgrade their authentication systems after a breach. Overwhelming majority of institutions felt that their authentication methods were satisfactory. So most people believe that their authentication is satisfactory, but if those organizations had been breached, they didn't upgrade their authentication systems. So let me see here. Somebody broke into my house because they figured out how to get through the door and the locks. And after I cleaned up and I fixed everything, I put the exact same door and locks back on the house. That makes a lot of sense. That does not make a lot of sense. No. So it's very interesting to kind of see where people are thinking about what their risks are when and what they're actually going to go do about it when presented with the right in your face. Hey, here's a breach. We proved that your authentication methods are not sufficient enough. You should probably take this opportunity to dig in and make them a little bit better. Who am I? I'm just a cyber expert. What do I know? Last but not least, top MSSP CEOs share 7 must-do tips for higher MSSP revenue and margin. So this is obviously more on the business side, but what I find very interesting here are the recommendations. And this is what we are seeing out of providers, right? Providers are trying to figure out ways to scale, right, wisely, keep their tools fresh, replicate efficiency. The last one I'm going to dig into, I personally like a lot, but this is the direction that MSSPs are looking to go because customers want to purchase, clients, organizations want to procure solutions from probably the least amount of vendors as possible, right? They want to streamline what they're getting. So MSSPs obviously now here are looking at how do we offer more of what our customers are getting so that you don't have to go to multiple, right? The mid-market is, financially savvy and strapped, right, to spend on cybersecurity and risk mitigation. So they want to streamline, right? And I like that, there's some great advice here on what MSSPs. So, hopefully we're going to see some good things out of those organizations as they build out these, and we'll, take a peek at some of the providers that are out there. But I like this. Many MSSPs don't offer virtual CISO services, but doing so enables you to build revenue streams, layering in new assessments, scans, related services, blah, 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 right? This is a telltale sign of what to look for in an MSSP if you're out there looking. Do they and can they provide security leadership, or are they just a tool shop and a 24/7 SOC? So the recognition of having leadership right at the helm, building the strategy, building the program, and then selecting the solution providers to plug into the program, I think this is interesting and a telltale sign. They didn't write this ebook and put this out if they didn't believe that the market was looking to go this way. So more people better understanding what's required out of a true security program. It's not just a set of tools. It's not just implementing processes. It's not just hiring people. There's a strategy and an oversight and management of all of that needs to go into it. Anyway, just a couple thoughts. Brian Haugli with the Side Channel Daily Discussion. You can find the Feedly link to this and my notes in the post right below. Hope everybody has a great day. It is Friday after all, so hopefully there's no 0 day coming out at 4 o'clock today. And hopefully your IT team isn't pushing anything that's going to screw up your weekend. But if they do, we'll be here on Monday for you. All right, Brian Haugli with CISO Life. Take care.
With the Side Channel vCISO, you get the highest quality cybersecurity expertise for significantly less than the cost of a full-time hire. We match your organization with the perfect Side Channel vCISO for you. Then you work with the vCISO to assess cyber risk, measure program effectiveness, and identify current gaps. Your vCISO develops an actionable, holistic strategy to enhance your organization's security posture from every angle. Your Side Channel vCISO becomes an extension of your team, providing ongoing support and recommendations. Learn more about how a vCISO can help you at sidechannel.com.